right, welcome in, everyone. It is Dom time. Glad to start off with someone who is embroiled in New Jersey in what appears to be a big fight, when I think he gave a very good answer to this whole situation. New Jersey lawmakers approve bias training for police. Headline: Assemblyman's comments decried as rooted in racist ideology. Well, he pointed, when dealing with alleged implicit bias, that lawmakers should read the Declaration of Independence and Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. Joining us is Assemblyman Jay Webber. He is in the 26th District up north in Essex and Morris counties. He's here on Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Assemblyman, welcome in, and thanks very much for joining us.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me.
So, which part here is the most contentious? The backstory was this implicit bias, and I think you quoted a Scientific American report that implied that diversity and implicit bias training is an ineffective social science fad.
Yeah, I mean, no one can seem to put their finger on exactly what it is or how it works or how to fix it. I think a bunch of psychology grad students can run experiments and get some results and say, oh, look, see, somebody had an implicit bias. But when it comes to the real world, no one can seem to really get it to click. And so rather than waste time on that, I suggest, hey, if you want to deal with equality in America, you want to deal with fairness and diversity, just look at our history. Look at what's best about us. You know, the Declaration of Independence, the "I Have a Dream" speech. Talk about Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Bill Clinton once said, "There's nothing wrong with America that can't be cured with what's right about America." And for as many times as I might have disagreed with Bill Clinton, boy, I just think that's those are such wise words, you know. And just want to call the legislature back to what's best about us, not what divides us and categorizes us.
Now, of course, the person who came up with the bill said your comments were rooted in racist ideology, and particularly using Dr. King. I mean, that's when the other side, the proponents of this stuff, really, they see Dr. King today as being a sensitivity trainer versus what Dr. King was rooted in.
It's really sad, right? I mean, I would think 60 years ago, no one would have been happier for a white politician to stand next to him than Dr. Martin Luther King and sing off the same song sheet, right? I would think that's what the goal was. Like, we don't care what the color of your skin is. We're caring about the content of your character. What are you saying? What do you believe? That's all I'm trying to say. And to get then smacked back with, oh, well, that's a racist ideology. It's really a sad statement, I think, on how much our public discourse has deteriorated and really where the left has gone. They go off the deep end when you stand up to them and just kind of offer very principled and honest and simple solutions to their imagined problems.
Well, for you have the wherewithal to do that. They can call you a name. But I think when it comes to police, that's where the problem comes in. They have to deal with this. They have to bring implicit bias trainers in, et cetera, and they have to deal with being scrutinized with that.
For sure. And so it's a twofold problem, right? I mean, cops have to make split-second judgments, and to do that, they pay attention to their surroundings and their experiences, and they incorporate them every day into their training. And you better believe they're going to be more on guard when they stop a 20-year-old young man as opposed to when they stop an 80-year-old woman. Those are two different threat levels, and they've got to be attuned to that, and they can't be thinking, well, do I really have an implicit bias against young men, and do I need to treat the 80-year-old woman the same? No, they can't. They can't afford to do that. And then the other thing, of course, it does is it creates a permanent class of victims, right? I mean, if somebody gets pulled over or somebody gets stopped by an officer to be questioned, they're being taught, well, that's just because the officer is biased against you, and you're a victim right from the beginning, rather than a citizen like anybody else who needs to be just, cooperate and answer whatever questions you have to answer, and it just encourages a mentality of victimhood that hurts everybody and jeopardizes the police. The police get stuck in the middle, as always, in these political fights and these kind of social science fads. They got one of the toughest jobs in the world. and then we just make it tougher.
Well, look, I thank you. We discovered you now through this nonsense you're going on with the Assembly, and you're a brave guy. Thank you very much. Good luck with this. And if you have anything else, keep us in your loop. We'd love to talk with you again.